Logan Paul has responded. He put out a scorching 7-minute video where he said some crazy things about CoffeeZilla.
He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance.
Including shrinking his face and making it very silly and goofy, and then we did it to my face, and it was really funny. He then also did a podcast with his friends.
No disrespect, you look like a piece of shit to the people.
No disrespect, you look like a dumb piece of shit.
Well, this other fucking dude's gonna speak out, and now this sucker's gonna talk now.
Holy! Was he an idiot? Was he a scammer?
What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling?
We'll get into it right now. And here's a tip. Jeff joins this episode. Oh, perfect timing.
CoffeeZilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
Wow, he's going in.
In this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, CoffeeZilla
Well, no, nothing wrong with gossip channels, you know? Hey, whoa, oh, let's slow down, Logan.
He is a lopsided journalist.
No way he used this.
And he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in CoffeeZilla's investigation. You interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely as
Oh, any doxers?
you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Wait, why did you work with him? That's crazy.
And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling?
Okay.
Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing.
Hey, Big Jeff. Cue in the arms of an angel. I do want him to respond to that text message, Shane, please.
But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? And you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me, personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven.
Okay, this is crazy. That's the point of a manager. What an absurd thing to say. What's the point of a manager? That's what Jeff's job is.
Correct, trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly,
I like the thought that through sheer anger at this series of videos, he's going to continue to make CryptoZoo, which is already such like, there's so much negativity and bad things. And also crypto and NFTs are trash and toxic now. And he has to make CryptoZoo just because he's mad.
You led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud.
He's not going to address the fucking stealth launch?
And lastly, CoffeeZilla.
This is so fucking absurd. It is crazy that he keeps using photoshopped pictures of his face. What is this internet YouTuber shit? Stop making his face weird. What?
Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as so I'm not gonna come.
I hate the internet so much. I hate it. I talked about it when we talked about CoffeeZilla the first time, which is like, why are you going on each other's podcasts? Just fuck already. Either go the legal process or fucking ignore each other. This will they, won't they stuff is such bullshit.
We're gonna handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Don't advertise CryptoZoo. Coming 23, 24. Oh, mama. There is a lot to unpack in here, and I agree with chat. Yes, this is very embarrassing. Okay, so we watched the CoffeeZilla 3-parter. We have now heard Logan address a few things in there. The developer was a felon of some sort. Maybe he's unsavory. Maybe that information is false. They identified the Crypto King as a bad actor. What he fails to mention is that they identified the Crypto King as a bad actor when he was a bad actor towards them, aka Logan, Jeff, Danny, the team, because they were very on board with him being a bad actor when it was stealth launching and buying up all the tokens so that the people who bought the tokens, the eggs, the pets afterwards would bear inordinate costs and then they would sell at a huge gain. It just seems like he did not address some of the, like, there's a smoking gun sitting on the floor and he's pointed at every other thing in the room and then completely ignored that, which is the arms of an angel thing, the Sarah McLachlan. He says, I am that guy. Give us the funny part again, Logan. And you don't have to make Crypto Zoo. We're done. We're done with crypto. What do you think Jeff does all day? That's what I need to know. What is Jeff up to? Jeff, you should be like, hey, Logan, this CoffeeZilla guy, he does a lot of crypto scam stuff. He keeps reaching out. I think maybe we should address it.
Logan Paul's really grown up, huh?
Logan Paul he's something. He put out a good video, I'll tell you that much, and I can't wait for Crypto Zoo. This actually is a home run. To be fair, I was saying it was a bad response, but now that I remember this was in there, absolute sauce. He fucking boomed him with this one. Yeah, someone make my face look like this. I think it's so fucking funny. You guys ready? I look like Charlie Kirk. It's perfectly done. In lieu of the fantastic Mizkif call, what should Logan have done? What should Logan have done? You want Stanzy's PR? You want Stanzy's PR number 2? Here's what Logan Paul, one of the most famous influencers on the fucking planet, should have done. Ignored it! Just ignore it! Who gives a shit? You're like the most famous person. No one cares. You're a scammer. You scammed with Dink Doink. Just fucking ignore it, man. You're not doing a Twitch stream where everyone comments constantly about it. All you had to do was ignore it even more. Why are we doing this? You're making this so much harder. I mean, obviously there were many things you could have done beforehand to try and get ahead of this, namely not doing a crypto pump and dump. But you've already done the crypto pump and dump. No one cares about crypto. It's last year's news cycle. It's so boring. People truly don't care that you scammed. But now we're just talking about it more and more and more and more. I just think it's bonkers. Logan Paul apparently addresses the allegations on his podcast Impulsive. All I know about Logan Paul really is the Crypto Zoo and the boxing stuff, and I guess a little bit about Dink Doink. And also he does Prime with KSI. Is that a fact?
To the people that are like, yo, this guy's sitting on millions of dollars, always trying to get attention, and now he doesn't give a fuck about us, so he's not going to speak out about it until this other dude's going to speak out, and now this is going to talk now.
Great question.
Very good question.
The answer
Wait,
is
what? What? Is this a cold open?
That are like, yo, this guy's sitting on
So many things are bleeped out that I don't know what's happening. Oh yeah, was that a question?
doesn't give a dude's going to speak out, and now this is going to talk now.
great question.
It is like Mad Libs.
I'll get emotional even speaking about it right now, but this is...
Oh no. Oh, is this what it's going to be like? The answer is heartbreaking. It's like The View.
If you are tuning in just now and you missed the tail end of December, a lot had happened. I said some pretty harsh things to George about his beliefs and religion.
I saw a TikTok about that. Where George let him hear it. I don't really know who George is. I don't really know who Logan is, but I know that Logan was putting him down for being a Christian.
The following week, a YouTuber named CoffeeZilla made a...
I would have bet $1 million he was going to mispronounce his name on purpose to make him feel less than, and I would have been wrong.
And it was a very well-made series. So today I'll be going on record for the first time in over
what
a
a
year.
different feel from the other video where he made him have a tiny little face.
I'm going to try to take the reins of the opposing viewpoint today, as I generally do on the show.
I'm excited for this. He's like, all right, I'll be CoffeeZilla. Herp derp, I'm a big dummy. I can feel it coming. It's like, oh, I'm going to softball all the things.
And I'll be honest, it was very good. He is entertaining, and he's a very good storyteller. I mean, essentially,
This is so different from the 7-minute video he put out yesterday.
the first time he reached out to me was on Christmas Eve after he released his series.
Well, we know that's
He
not
sent
true.
and I'm sure he got a decent amount of money pumping his Patreon. But I am not interested in
Making the statement and then saying, but I'm not interested in that. Yeah, he's using my name to get a lot of views. Probably made a ton of money, but we're not going to talk about that. You've already talked about it, my friend.
Hey, Logan, I saw your tweet saying I haven't responded, but that isn't accurate. I asked you for a comment multiple times over the course of a year. You refused. I invited you on my platform. You refused. You invited me on Impulsive. I refused. I will send you a video link if you agree. Here was my response. I sent him an email.
Eat shit and die, loser.
Hey, Steven, just wanted to put my response to your scam allegations on your radar, linked below. Even though you broke laws, hardly substantiated your evidence, fabricated dangerously misleading falsehoods, and wrongfully accused me of scamming my fans, I'd still love to host you on Impulsive, again, unmonetized.
You think they all wrote this together in a room and were like, yeah, this is the scathing response we want. I
holidays
cannot
are over,
believe
so I
that
look
he's going to
forward to
continue to
hearing
build
back in a timely
CryptoZoo.
fashion.
And did he actually add an egg emoji?
Best logs.
Why did you sign off his logs, by the way? There was a lot of shit for
I
that.
saw that.
Maybe
Why are we talking about the signature?
I think it's easy to pick apart.
Ask him why he did the emoji. I want the hard-hitting questions.
My name is Logan. My nickname is
it makes
Log.
sense.
It's like a
Listen, I
friendly-
said I'm going to play the other side. The other side.
Sorry, I had to. Logan, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so rough and tumble with you. I didn't mean to rattle you with my playing the other side.
The guy is good. He is a very good storyteller, and he is very, very manipulative. Very manipulative. And he's good. He's built an entire career off it. Sometimes he's more impartial than not. I think he probably has an inherent bias against me. If you are perpetuating falsehood and it's effective.
Oh, he almost made it. For a second, that engine was chugging, and I was like, okay, I'm with you, Logan. I'm with you for a second, and then it kind of got hard.
If someone scams a person or an organization, they deceive them in order to get something valuable for them,
Webster's dictionary defines a scam as
especially money. That is the definition of scam. So
sometimes I know I'm in the right line of work because goddamn, this is it. It's so easy. What is this podcast? They're just shooting the shit with the boys. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll just define scam. This is crazy.
how much money did you make off the sale of the coin?
He's going to say zero. He's going to say zero.
Yeah, this seems to be the biggest misconception.
Hold.
And it is disappointing that part was glossed over so quickly. Made no money.
Yeah.
CryptoZoo.
To me, once I heard that seemed just like a kill shot to this entire thing.
Now I'll play.
You're supposed to be the hardball investigator. What are you doing here? You can't say that. What? Your whole job in this episode is to be the dirty dog.
The other side.
Sure, and I know what you're going to
You
say.
can't say that there's a kill shot.
There's a ton more. It's very complex. There's a lot of
No.
devs and all.
I feel like Logan is being harder on himself than this guy.
I totally see why people are frustrated.
What's really crazy, and this is what I got from Hassan's reaction to a lot of this, is if you zoom out, we are giving this so much like credence, and we're talking about like, well, when did the scam start and all this? But when you zoom out, it's all just about crypto NFTs, which are all scams in the first place. It's weird that I'm like, well, wait, he didn't sell, and so maybe it's not a scam. And it's like, well, the whole industry is a scam.
My intent was to make the next
Let him cook.
Pokemon, essentially, you know?
Oh, mama. The next Pokemon? Holy.
It was.
I just want someone to describe the game to me. I'm just not smart enough. I'm just a simple, humble man who plays games for a living. And I've played some bad games. I played some absolute stinkers. In fact, after this, I'm going to play a wrestling game that looked like it was made by a guy on meth and ecstasy at the same time. And even that is more of a game than I've heard of CryptoZoo.
People seem to really discount the art, which I felt truthfully wasn't fair.
I was kind of in the middle on that one. It was
Do
very
you know how,
okay.
do you
It
know
was
how
very
hard
basic.
It is?
Yes, I
Do
know.
you know how hard it is
let me
to merge animals that do exist into an animal that doesn't exist and make it look like a real animal?
I'm gonna ask you-
I'll just say it right now, bro.
Hey, real talk, I bet I can get someone on Fiverr to do it for me quick. I bet I could do it on Photoshop pretty quick. I'm pretty good at Photoshop. You guys have seen me do it before.
If you take an animal from CryptoZoo and like a fucking picture of a monkey wearing a hat and go ask like someone on the street, like, hey, which of these is more captivating to you? Something tells me the animal that doesn't exist that looks like a real hybrid.
I don't know. A monkey in a hat's pretty cool. You set yourself up a pretty tough fight there. The monkey's got a hat on?
Someone
Also,
out there-
captivating is a funny word, and I skipped over it.
Man, if you were to interview and ask my artists what they thought of people just ripping their work to shreds, and by the way, some of them do this. Some of them are like post actively on Reddit hybrid animals, and the hybrid animals thread on Reddit is hilarious and has a bunch of likes and people commenting on it. But the moment that I
There is a hybrid animals subreddit, isn't there? That they just went onto this subreddit sorted by top all time, and then we're like, yeah, this will. Dude, snake elephant? Dare I say captivating? I don't want to break his argument this quickly. We got him. Oh, he's taking a drink. No, don't look. We didn't say he was allowed to take a drink.
for sure.
I actually have I want to ask you something. Again, I'm just throwing out other people's point of views. I'm not trying to stick a
No, you should.
Oh,
You
okay,
should
well, I'm
stick
going to stick it into you. You're seeing it from your guys' point of view, which is obvious because it's your point of view, and you are not a scammer. You don't hurt people. You don't do these type of things. So it's gonna affect your heart because you didn't do that.
I don't think anyone's going to say the words dink doink. 2 words, 10 letters. I feel like we've got to address the dink doink in the room. You know what I mean? The elephant in the room.
Remember, they don't have our lifestyle, so they're working paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. So when they go, fuck yeah, Logan's involved in this, I know it's going to win because I've watched this guy win, and I want to be like this fucking guy. So I'm going to invest my hard-earned money. From their point of view, I get your guys' point of view because you're dealing with a legal team.
Yo, is George going to let him have it here? He's winding up the old haymaker.
You're dealing with all the people that did you wrong. But from their stance, they go, how dare you go and open up 2 other projects when I just wasted my hard-earned money on something that I believed you would do.
Based. Actually, wait, George is the GOAT?
So this is a point of view that they don't care what you feel like and what CoffeeZilla feels like. They want to demand answers for their own money.
100%.
So what do you say to the people that watched you make the project where you're taking pictures and all the other projects? Yeah. How does it feel for you in your seat where your team's saying, hey, shut up, don't bring this up. We're going to bring this back in the future and all the answers will be explained. How does it feel knowing that you could
George, this is for Jesus.
speak up in time?
It's actually so funny to have your friend on the couch after you made him feel bad about being a Christian and like saying like, no, lambast me, bud. I can take it. And he's like, oh yeah, you son of a bitch.
Time, and now you look like this villain, and no disrespect, you look like a piece of shit to the people.
No disrespect, you look like a dumb piece of shit. No disrespect at all.
That are like, yo, fuck this guy sitting on millions of dollars, always trying to get attention, and now he doesn't give a fuck about us, so he's not gonna speak out about it until this other fucking dude's gonna speak out, and now this cocksucker is gonna talk now.
Holy! Wait, who said this was boring? Yo, George just went in.
Great question.
Very good question.
The answer is fucking heartbreaking, George.
Oh, that was the intro.
This is what broke me. People
No, respond to it. Don't say it broke you.
relied on me to create a project, and when shit wasn't working out and I found out the extent of just how bad things were behind the scenes,
Okay.
I had to rely on my team. I crumbled internally, and the advice was, while actual legal process was going on because of criminal investigation taking place that CoffeeZilla highlighted in his series, I had to stay silent. And for a fucking year, I'm hounding Jeff. How do we make this right?
Let's bring Jeff in. We got to bring Jeff in. We can't talk about Jeff without giving him a chance.
Right.
But they
Where
don't
are
see
we
that.
at?
They don't see that. That's crazy.
The engineer stole the code.
Oh.
who was hired by a fucking con man, a guy that I found out to be a con man, a guy that I had trusted, not just a guy that I had trusted, a guy that billionaires had trusted.
I feel like the 7-minute video that he released was unbelievably bad now that I've watched this, where he has done a decent job at sidestepping all of the hard questions and would make his fans think that, like, yeah, this is totally fine.
I get
This
that.
is so much better than
And
his
the
video.
advisor-
In his video, he was like, fuck CoffeeZilla, you're a bitch, you're a scammer. And in this, he's like, CoffeeZilla is a great content creator. He made a really compelling video. Here were the mistakes that were made. You know what I mean?
So I have another question.
Hit us.
You can-
Call him a cocksucker again, George, dude. We're living through you, George. You are our hero. Put up your hands for the spirit bomb. The Holy Spirit bomb from George. You can do it, dude. I know this is pre-recorded, but if there is a God in the world, you will go at him, George. You will lay hands on him, George.
I actually was with you when you found out, and I saw how like your face turned white and you slid up against the fridge when you found out. I was
Wait 1 second. When you found out, you turned white and slid up against the fridge?
fuck CoffeeZilla, fuck you. No joke. What do we do for the people that were fucked?
I and my team, Jeff, and I'd like you to sit in, Jeff.
Do you think
Right.
Jeff wanted to get in? Do you think Jeff was like, oh, please no, Logan, please no?
That was always the prerogative. CoffeeZilla making a series or not, the game is being made. He just assumed we gave up on it, which is not true. I will make this right for the people who believed in me. You know how
It's
adamant I
Jeff's
was.
season.
And for a year, I was told I couldn't say anything. And then CoffeeZilla series came out, and I fucking called you guys, and I said, I'm making a statement. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
I spent days writing this thing. Poke the obvious holes in CoffeeZilla's defamation.
He's talking about the 7-minute video.
and arguments and manipulation of this story, because at the end of the day, he told a story. Some of it's true, some of it's not. I don't know what to believe from his stuff, and I don't know what not to believe.
You don't know what to believe from CoffeeZilla's stuff, the stuff about you? I feel like you should know what to believe. You lived it. Okay, someone linked me the hybrids. I think that people are using this to say it's not good. I think this is lit. I actually think this looks kind of cool. I wouldn't say captivating necessarily, but there's something funny about him. There's at least something funny about him.
What Logan ideated in his head of a really cool idea is actually somewhat complex.
which is, by the way,
sure.
hard for me to swallow.
Okay, and-
I have a
and
vision
hard-
and
and
an
hard-
idea of these things, and then I say, Jeff, here's what I want to make. Here's what I want to do. And then people are put in place to attempt to make that happen. And when it was found out that either A, they had ill intent, or B, were incapable of doing it, what do I do? What do I do?
I actually have it.
I just think that this team was not very good at like getting the project done. Soup to nuts, start to finish. It was bad hiring. It was a bad idea. They tried to scam while doing all of those things. It's really difficult to pull off.
When you're on the top rope,
George, come on, just one more time for Jesus.
when you're bringing Prime into the table and people are drinking it, being like, how the fuck is this product this good? When you're doing these apps,
George, you've let us down. Judas.
and when you win, we celebrate together. What I need this team to start doing is when you guys take a dip, you gotta stop pointing the fingers at each other.
When all this broke,
Oh, wait, George?
when we were in Qatar, I'll kind of remember this. We were in the spa one day, and I saw
Is that the richest shit I've ever heard? This all broke when we were at the spa in Qatar. We were out watching the World Cup, hanging out with the Qataris.
I saw, like I said, this is not going to turn into a fucking victim thing. I just want to point this out. I saw this pain in your face, bro, and this like emptiness in your fucking eyes when all this was breaking. The feeling of not being able to say,
God gives his hardest
"Yo,
battles
this
to
is
his toughest
not what
soldiers,
happened.
and
You
Logan
guys
Paul is
had
his
it
toughest
wrong,"
soldier.
Even though
It is shocking to me that motherfuckers think I'm out here in Puerto Rico with a cork board, tacks, string, graphic images, going, here's how we're gonna scam. This is how I'm gonna make my $1 million this time, motherfucker.
I feel like that's exactly what he's doing in the group text. I think he's doing it in the group text. He actually did that exact thing. Here are the accounts. Here are the coins. Here's how we're going to move them. We're going to put them in these accounts.
okay, so wrapping this up for at least I think, right?
He's going to be like, why are people so mean to you, Logan? Just what do you think it is about you? Are they jealous?
It's been determined that there was not malintent, and there is a plan moving forward.
Exactly. I would say there's been a plan moving forward. He's probably going to milk the shit out of this. And that's where this also gets tricky because I'm not sure what he's fabricating or if people are.
I don't think CoffeeZilla, and I don't think that's ever been an argument that he's fabricating anything, right? He's doing journalism. Was there anything in there that he fabricated?
The more he says and the more he continues to spread this misinformation that this was any sort of con or scam, the more I have for the lawsuit that I am filing. The defamation lawsuit that is fucking happening because this is wrong. This is fucking wrong. And there's a reason. There's a reason he won't come on this show. And he knows it's because he can't lie to me with his chest out while sitting in front of me.
What makes this less palatable is that CoffeeZilla did reach out to Jeff twice, Logan on Instagram, Logan on email. He's just trying to get the information. Now, is it valuable to CoffeeZilla if Logan did scam? Of course. But he also gave them ample opportunity to respond to it in any way they saw fit.
Why did you block him on Twitter?
It's like a little gnat. It's like a little fucking annoying gnat, and it bothers me.
What the fuck?
Regardless of how strong his point was, or some of the points he made, or how he was able to spin it, whatever you want to
Nothing should be regardless of those points.
say, or whoever wants to say it,
We should regard those points.
there is always and will always be an army that is ready for Logan Paul to make a minor mistake.
Preying on your downfall.
Now, it was so timely and convenient that the
I honestly, George, I feel you. Look at George. He's going, this did not go the way I thought it would.
three-part series.
I'm very upset. I thought this would take down my boy. Do you think God does exist?
When you were already boiling in an unholy baptism of shit
What was going
because
on?
of what you had said on the show before it.
Let me tell you something.
And so I want to change gears a little bit.
Look at this guy.
Oh, the unholy pile of shit was him saying Christians are cringe. Hey, I'm going to give it to the big dog on the right. Goated transition.
Fighting a two-pronged battle. I mean, you've got your battle in
Jeff is like, what are you talking about? Jeff's like, I'm his manager. I think I would know.
Africa and Russia, and you've got a different front where you're fighting for Jeff. When you make that face at me when I'm saying stuff, it's strange to me. Actually, do you have anything else to say about CryptoZoo?
He's going to kick Jeff off.
Get out of here. I'm talking, bro, and you're making this face like this.
Africa and Russia.
Do you know what a
making-
two-front war is?
Yeah.
Am I speaking a different language?
I just was okay.
I'm kidding. Sorry. I was joking.
Sorry.
No, actually.
This is so
Well, I was-
uncomfortable.
I was just
I was trying to understand what he was talking about.
Did see Tom,
Yeah, Jeff's like, I'm just on the podcast, dude. Man, a double apology episode. I have no interest in hearing Logan Paul's thoughts on being mean to his friend about being a Christian, but I think it was probably pretty rude. And I hope that he makes a sincere apology to his friend. Regarding the crypto stuff, that was 35 minutes and not one mention of Dink Doink, while they did mention that he wasn't a scammer and they know his heart and his brother knows his heart. And they didn't mention the group text where they talked about the ways they were going to make money on it, while also mentioning that, like, well, it's a business. I guess we were thinking about making money. They called it a game over 100 times when I don't think there's a lot of game to it. And they described how their images were better than a picture of a monkey in a hat. And ladies and gentlemen, I must say objection, because we saw a picture of a monkey in a hat earlier today, and it was fucking goated. What a terrible response. It actually was a much better response than his 7-minute video, but as a whole, it was a bad response and worse than just not mentioning it.